What's up, guys? Darth Slagle, going to get another video out to you today. Been busy doing other things like riding dirt bikes, trying to have some fun outside of making videos for Star Wars and working for a living. Got Miss Leia over here that's hiding behind her puppy dog. So yeah, gonna get a video out to you guys, but first I wanted to plug my own video that I did a little while back. We did go trail riding at the Talladega National Forest with my buddy Shannon Whitehurst. He drove all the way up from Biloxi to go riding with me after I drove all the way down to Biloxi to go riding with him. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video, be sure to go back and check it out. And check out all my other videos as well, please. And be sure to leave any comments, like, and subscribe to catch more content. So we're going to get into the report from the Hollywood Reporter about Kathleen Kennedy, of course, that she doesn't know how much longer she's going to be doing this. Now, this could be working at Lucasfilm or being the president of Lucasfilm, or it could be working in the film industry altogether. You know, she may be done. I mean, she is old enough and made enough money that, you know, at some point, I would want to retire and go live life and have some fun. This is not really a surprise, and it's not news. This has been talked about numerous times over the last few years. Even before The Last Jedi came out, there were discussions about her not knowing how much longer she wanted to do this. Not really big news there, not big surprise. And in some ways, I really don't think it matters to the bulk of Star Wars of whether she stays around or not. I think that they've somewhat learned their lesson about her having her finger in the storytelling pie. She has not had anything to do with the rise of Skywalker, contrary to what some people might report and want you to believe. She hasn't had anything to do with The Mandalorian. As far as I know, she hasn't had any input at all into what the content of the Obi-Wan series is going to be. So she doesn't really have any input into the storytelling aspect of Star Wars right now. So that's a good thing. So it really doesn't matter whether she stays or goes, in my opinion, as long as she keeps her hand out of the storytelling pie. That being said, there's also a report in it that they have a director for the film in 2022. Now that's awesome news, and that is a great step and a big step in the right direction of getting another Star Wars film going. I personally don't think that there's Star Wars fatigue. I think there's a problem with Star Wars quality, not fatigue, just like everybody else. Having a director already picked out for a film coming out in 2022, like I said, that's a big step, when in the same article, almost in the same lines, you talk about not knowing what direction that Star Wars is going to go. You don't know if it's going to be in another galaxy, this galaxy, or any of that. They have no story. And before people start freaking out and thinking that because the Rise of Skywalker is going to be the end of the Skywalker saga, if it really is, that doesn't mean that any of the characters, or that all of the characters, are going to be done away with. On the contrary, it's very likely they're going to have other characters that come up in the future. But, you know, back to the director and not having a direction of where Star Wars is going, you hear the contradictory nature of that statement, the oxymoron, if you will. We have a director, but no direction. That just seems kind of dumb. I mean, when you hire a director, and I'm no movie mogul or anything like that, but when you hire a director or you hire a writer, for instance, you're not going to hire Anne Rice to write your next Star Wars movie. You're going to pick a writer that you already know has some tools in their toolbox, so to speak, or ideas that they could write a story of that nature. Same thing with a director. You're not going to hire the director from, I don't know, weird science. If some of you young whippersnappers out there that don't know what weird science is, go back and check it out. You'll know it's one of the greatest 80s movies ever. But you're not going to have that guy directing a Star Wars movie, whoever it is. I don't even know who it is. But how can you have a director and no direction? That doesn't sound good to me. I'm not liking that. And honestly, it just sounds very stupid. I mean, I'm glad that Kathleen Kennedy's keeping her hand out of the, creative part of Star Wars. But to have already appointed a director for a movie that you don't even know what the direction is going to be, that just seems foolish. It was different when we had the guys from Game of Thrones because you know what they are, you know what they do. Kevin Feige is a different deal. And perhaps Kevin Feige is the guy that they picked out. That would be fine. But if it's somebody that we don't know of, if it's another Rian Johnson, who to me honestly was basically an unknown director until he screwed up The Last Jedi. But yeah, guys, what do you think? Do you think that Kevin Feige is this director that they speak of? Or do you think that it's somebody else? Do you think they legitimately have a director with no direction? And do you think that's a good idea for how to start out the new era of Star Wars? Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other videos and like those too. And Leia and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching our videos.